That's 2 days in a row. That big bulls is at 40 yards. Okay, do a quick morning update. It's about 10 o'clock on Friday morning. First place we went this morning was to the bowl. We sat in there, we got there about 7 o'clock. Sat in there for about 2.5 hours. Never heard anything, never saw anything. It's a tough location to hunt because to get in there, you pretty much have to come from the top. And in the morning, your wind is going down. But that's the only time we've ever seen them in there. I don't think we've ever seen anything other than a bear in there after the morning. So it's challenging. You kind of just try to minimize it and stay to one side or the other or whatever based on what the wind is and just cut down the amount of area that's impacted by your scent. But no luck this morning. It was very quiet. There's been no bugles. I heard a couple of bugles at like 2 o'clock in the morning last night. And then this morning there's been nothing. You haven't heard any, have you? Yeah, so no bugles today. Again, it does seem like it's going to be another hot one like yesterday. And so the bowl isn't very far away from the area that we call the ponds. There's 2 ponds. One is almost dried up where I have the trail camera this year. The other one is just over a small hill, less than 100 yards away. And it still got quite a bit of water in it. It looks like it's got quite a few tracks coming to it. But we checked the trail camera on the smaller one. And there have been animals in here, most of them at night, unfortunately, since hunting season started. There was a cow that came in the day that we hiked in after we were here. Several things that were here at night. And then the camera went off twice during the day yesterday. And I think last night also. But I couldn't see anything on my phone in the picture. So I don't know if it was a branch or what. But it's going to be hot today. So we're hoping the water is, going to help us out. So that's where we're at right now. We plan to spend the rest of the day here. So we're just going to hang out and then we'll have lunch in a little bit. And then we'll probably each set up on a pond. And then sit the rest of the day. See what happens. Well, we're back at camp.
keep it short and sweet. We got skunked today. Spent 2.5 hours at the bowl, another 8 hours at the ponds. Zero, zilch, nada. So tomorrow's the last day. You know, like they say, it's fourth quarter, fourth and long, 50 seconds left, and 80 yards to go. But it's not over till it's over. See you tomorrow morning. We sat at the tree stand this morning for, I don't know, 3 hours, 2.5 hours, something like that. Maybe 2 hours. Nothing. We had some bulls bugling below us. They've been really inconsistent. They're kind of a ways off. It sounded like one was maybe getting closer. But they never committed. So we dropped down now to what we call the double-decker wallows. Can't see them right now in the camera, but they're right below, right down here. And they've been used. The water's still muddy. I think one of the bulls we heard calling this morning was here. But right now everything's gone silent. And it's, I don't know, 8:30, somewhere around that time frame. So we're gonna hang out here for a while and just keep doing some soft cow calls. See if we can get a spike that might be wandering around to come in and check it out. That's it so far. Pretty slow morning. Last day. Splash in that water down there. Splash in the water. That doesn't do it. I don't know what will. Okay, it's 11 o'clock. We just had, I believe it was a 6-point. Come in quiet. We've been calling pretty much the last hour and a half? Hour at least. Hour and a half. Just kind of every once in a while. We've been getting distant bugles or half-hearted bugles, they're in their bed. They sound like they're a long ways away. I don't know if they are or not, and that's it. So really for the last, 15 or 20 minutes, we've just been sitting here. I don't think we've even called. We were waiting for it to get a little bit closer to the middle of the day. But like I said, we've been calling for quite a while. Well, we heard a big kind of thump and some twigs snap, and it was close. So immediately both of us, I was laying down. We kind of got up, got our bows, I got an arrow knocked, turned the camera on. Initially I thought it was down from us, but then we heard another sound, and it was right up to our right behind us. And just slowly but surely we saw antler tips coming above the trees here. And then this, like I said, I think he was a 6-point, peeked his head out right over here. I just ranged it as 20 yards. But I'm like standing back holding my bow because I don't know what's going to come out. And my camera was like just out of arm's reach. So I'm like just trying to reach over there and not let him see me, to move the camera to where he was coming out, because we had no idea. Like, was he going to come out right above us right here, or was he going to come out over here? We didn't know. So I just looked at the video. It's on a tiny little screen, obviously, but you can see it. I don't know how good. Like with my bare eyes, I was higher than the camera. I could see his whole head peeking out, and I think he kind of saw me or saw the camera, one of the two. And he was here for, I don't know, what do you think, 20 seconds? I don't know. Probably something like that. And then he knew, he could see down, it's all open right down below us because it's the wallow. So I don't know if he came to wallow or if he came to our calls. I'm thinking he came to the calls, just came in silent. He could see there's no elk here. And so he whirled, and it sounded like he went like maybe 10 yards. I called, and then eventually he just took off. So that was really cool. He was close, and to have him come in silent like that, man, just like next thing you know, they're right on top of you. I don't know how something that big moves that quietly, but they're right on top of you, and that was cool, really cool. So it's like 11 o'clock right now, and probably still gonna hang out. We just had one just kind of give that a half-hearted bugle as well. Like, and I don't know if it was him wrapping around and now he was bugling, or if it's a different one. I think it's a different one down below us. So we're still gonna hang out here a little bit longer, and then maybe do some more calling and see if in the middle of the day, if there's others moving around. I mean, ultimately, with this calling, we're trying to get a spike to be curious and come in. That's what I was really hoping it was going to step out right here, but not this time. All right, more later. So we're in a new area now. We did a little bit of calling after we ate lunch, and it was just dead silent. Nothing. So we hiked out of there and came over to an area that's just below what we call the watering holes. There's some intersecting trails here. There's a creek right in this little ravine right down here. And it's hot today. And we know the elk bed back in this area, so we're kind of just rolling the dice, hoping that maybe when they start to get up from their beds, this is kind of a discreet or hidden place for them to come and get water, and maybe we can ambush something. So we'll see how it plays out. Right now I don't have any intention of like really doing any calling, but if like nothing's happening, then we may try some just to see if we can locate elk or if we can pull something in that way. It's probably a little bit after 2 o'clock right now. So we've got about 5 hours left, and this season is over for us. So here we go. Well, that's it for Washington Archery Elk 2023. No tags punched. A lot of memories put in the bank. One of these days we'll draw a bull tag. And that's all I have to say. Well, we're back at the truck. Got packed out. So just a couple kind of final comments, I guess. We obviously had a couple goals for this season. One of them obviously being fill our tags. But one of the things we talked about on the drive here is last year we had like 6 or 7 bulls within 50 yards, and we never saw any of them before they busted or just lost interest. So coming into this year, one of our goals was to do the same thing, but this year to actually be able to see the bulls. And hopefully even do it in a way where like it would have been a shot opportunity if we could. You know, at some point hopefully we'll draw a bull tag, so I don't want to be figuring that stuff out that season. So I think we accomplished that this year. I think we had 7 bulls within 50 yards. And I think 5 out of the 7 we saw. And at least 2 of those we would have had a shot opportunity. So I think we accomplished that goal, so I'm pretty happy with that. Found some new wallows, pretty happy with that. Found another area just beyond what we call the man cave. You know, saw 3 does the first time we sat in there. And you just don't see very many deer in this area, so I think that's really encouraging as well. And you know, we had a lot of great encounters, so great season overall. Definitely made some progress, and you know, I mean, ultimately someday maybe we get that bull tag.
Back at the old picnic table.
Yep. I'm not gonna, well,
Open it. You have to chug it. Cannonball, right?
yeah, no.
I'm used to that.
Yeah. All right. Cheers.
Cheers. 2023.
2023 Archery Elk season in the books. Oh. Oh, what a bummer. I have to drink it this way.